Today we are here with David Asher. He's from Canada, but we're both in Colombia right now. It's the last day of a 5-day cheese course intensive, and we've learned a lot about milk and about cheese making, and we have a lot to share. David has a lot to share. He travels around the world teaching people how to make cheese in the way that cheese is really supposed to be made. So the objective of today's video is to talk about milk and to talk about our relationship with milk and with dairy in general, and how we have a broken relationship with dairy. And it's one of the foods that suffers the most because of industrialization. Like taking food away from the farm, dairy might be the food that has suffered the most from that. And so I wanted to, for you to be able to introduce yourself and then tell us about this idea of our relationship with dairy, how it's broken and how we can fix it.
Okay. So my name is David. I make cheese on a small scale on a farm out in British Columbia, Canada. And I make cheese a little differently. So I make cheese with raw milk, with natural cultures that I evolved from raw milk, with kefir, this super microorganism that unpasteurizes milk. It's this beautiful community of microorganisms. And I use traditional rennet in order to make my cheese. Rennet derived from the fourth stomach of a young animal. And the way I approach the subject is very different. The cheese that I make is very different. And unfortunately I cannot sell my cheese in Canada because rules and regulations restrict the sale and distribution of raw milk cheese made in a way that I believe is right. So I travel and I teach, I get the word out, I bring awareness to issues in agriculture, and specifically in dairy and cheese making. And I've written a book on the subject called Arte de Hacer, cheesemaking.
Which is a really good book to have. It needs to be published in Spanish.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah. That would be really good.
Yeah, there's a lot of interested people in America and Spain and elsewhere who need to have access to this information, dairy farming in the right way.
What do you say to the people who say that cow's milk is for the calves, goat's milk is for the goats, humans have no business drinking or consuming dairy after infancy, and during infancy it should only be from their mom's breast?
Okay, and I do sort of agree with that idea. I don't think we should be drinking milk as adults. I believe we lose the ability to properly digest milk when we grow out of infancy. When an infant drinks its mother's milk, it turns its mother's milk to cheese inside its belly. And then this happens with any mammal that drinks its mother's milk. It turns its mother's milk to cheese because it produces enzymes and acids that naturally curdle that milk. If you don't believe me, if you've ever seen an infant spit up on your shoulder, what you're seeing is making cheese that's good.
So, okay, many people, especially in Latin America, write me and tell me that they don't have access to good quality raw milk, or they don't even know what to look for because they've never had raw milk before. So what if we go to a farm and we see that they're milking cows that have eaten grass, and what thing should we look for to know that milk will be safe to make into cheese?
Okay, well, Latin America is a very special case when it comes to dairy, I should say. The quality of milk available to your average Latin American shopping in the store is horrific. There's technologies here that are used to handle milk that are not really considered acceptable in North America and other dairy markets. Most milk available in the stores is ultra pasteurized, so it's treated to a very, very high temperature in order to make it shelf stable, so it can sit on the grocery store shelf. So that it can sit on the grocery store shelf for weeks or months. In addition, there's this product called filled milk that's sold. It's often labeled as milk, but it's not really milk because it's milk which the fat has been taken off and replaced with vegetable oil
whoa, that's really terrible.
So it's a technology that was banned in America in the 1930s or so, but it slowly crept back in over time. It's actually now legal in America. There's a number of brands of filled milk being sold in the market, but it's considered really, really bad food. But it's what a lot of Latin Americans drink. It's milk that's devoid of nutrients because the fat in milk is what contains the nutrients of the milk. Anyway, milk that you get in the store doesn't really do, milk that's over-processed like that doesn't really do what it's supposed to do. It doesn't, it's lost much of its minerality, it's lost much of its its entire beneficial microbial community. There's really not much in that that's good for cheese making, and I believe there's not much in that that's good for drinking. It probably is quite indigestible if, really the way we digest milk is by transforming it into cheese, and that milk doesn't turn to cheese.
Yeah, that makes sense. We digest it outside of our bodies, basically.
Yeah.
And if you do that properly, you can digest it well inside of your body.
Yeah, if you were to feed such milk to a calf, that young calf's stomach wouldn't know what to do with that milk. It wouldn't be able to transform it into cheese, and that calf would have a really bad case of the scours, which is bovine diarrhea.
Oh wow! Okay.
The calf wouldn't live on that milk. Okay. So what do? If you want to have good milk for cheese making, if you want to have good milk for consumption, it's available in Latin America. And there's very good agricultural practices on farms in Latin America. Where we are here in Colombia, there's green pastures right to the tops of the hills, and there's animals being pastured on these mountains all around us. And these animals are producing exceptional milk. And when it comes, right from the udder, still warm, the animals out on pasture, milk taken and used while it's fresh is exceptional. And here, the milk is collected from dairy farms on a twice daily basis. The milk is taken, right from the animal and processed. In some places, it's transformed into cheese. In other places, in most places, I'd say it's unfortunately brought to centralized dairy facilities and ruined by ultra-pasteurization, by the technologies that are typically applied to dairy. But if you take that milk right from the source, it's incredible, and it's very safe. Because the animals are out on grass, because they're healthy, because they're well managed, because the milking practices are clean enough, and because the milk is used while it's still, if the milk is used while it's fresh to make a raw milk cheese, it can be.
To this course because it really helped me understand milk. It helped me understand dairy. It helped me understand cheese. It helped me understand our food system. I think I understood before how broken our food system was. I think I understand a lot more now. I have a way more complete picture of the path we might need to take to make things better. So do you have any closing words about how milk can save the world? how proper handling of milk?
So, proper milk handling, proper raw milk cheese making is perhaps one of the most sustainable ways that we can feed ourselves. Animals out on pasture, eating grass, have a zero carbon footprint. In fact, they probably help build soils, help sequester carbon, help make perhaps what is one of the best foods on earth. When that milk isn't kept refrigerated, when that milk is transformed into cheese, we're using sustainable technologies that aren't energy intensive, that work with the warmth of the animal in order to transform that milk into a stable and incredibly nutritious food. When we eat cheese that comes from such sustainable farming practices, we are consuming a food that's perhaps best for the earth, best for ourselves, best for our families, best for our communities.
There's so much nutrition in cheese, and of course we eat it because it tastes good.
So good.
Yeah, and that's part of, enjoying your food is a very important part of health.
And you can enjoy it that much more when you know that it comes from a good place.
Yeah, and the way that your body receives it, it